Welcome to Beholder's Eye, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons epic fantasy adventure. My name is Alex, and I'll be your host and Dungeon Master. On the Great Isle, it is a time of religious wars, imperial domination, and an ancient evil reborn. Only one crew can save the world from utter destruction. They are
Morgana Silverbeard, Paladin of St. Eligius.
Zalara of Tremez, Wandering Elven Monk.
Garin Kelsu, High Elf Bladesinger.
Heavenlight, the fire-kindled, wandering flameossifier.
All right, who wants to let us know what happened last episode?
I think I remember enough, hopefully. So we were all outside the barrow, kind of recuperating a little bit when the really fat, nasty creatures came back, or were coming after us. And between Margraine and Garen, they talked us into actually attacking them again. So after healing up a bit, we ran back into the fray and then managed to defeat the two nasty, fat creatures, even though Zalara was pretty much incapacitated most of that time. The story of her life. Anyway, and then we got in there and found a room. Margraine was able to put the kind of crucified guy out of his misery. But before that happened, we heard a little bit about there being 5 locks on Anatana. I don't think he actually said. He said the mother. And that they needed to be unlocked so that she could be released because she's currently locked between the planes. And then Margraine took a hammer to his head and put him out of his misery. And then as we were leaving, Margraine's eyes started glowing and he could suddenly super see in the dark. So that was fun. And then we got to the next room and there was a creepy little girl scribe thing that had some soldiers around her. And so, of course, we had to jump in the fray there. And she, I don't know where that warhammer came from, but she smacked Zalara real good. And then we took out, I think we only took one soldier out, didn't we?
Yeah.
But then Garen came in with an amazing charm spell and managed to get them hypnotized. And then the little girl ran away. And while she was out, Zalara got a visit from Shamhara, and then we all took our levels. And Zalara went druid, and Margraine got, glowy eyes, seeing the goodness.
It's the best ability ever.
And I don't remember all the details, but everybody leveled up. Woo!
Okay, so you guys, the 3 men, you see Zalara is on the ground, and suddenly these vines just kind of ripped out of the ground and wrapped her up in a cocoon.
Is that normal?
I don't question it anymore.
Slowly just kind of went into her body and disappeared. And Zalara, you are awake at full health.
Woo! Thank you, Shamhara.
So you're still standing in the room. The girl disappeared. You do still have 4 soldiers in the room with you. They are all charmed for, was it, a minute?
Actually, 3 are charmed. 1 is prone.
Oh, 1 is prone. You're right.
And not charmed.
It's not charmed at all. That's a good point. So,
I'm after the little girl, haven't I?
Yeah, it is your turn.
Okay, yeah. I'd like to introduce him to my hammer.
Okay. You attack with advantage.
Cool. So I will use Green Flame Blade. So crit on the first attack.
Nice.
So 13 bludgeoning plus 15 fire damage. Yeah.
What's it look like when he dies?
This is fire, so I swing and my hammer kind of ignites and just rams him into the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's dead. Ben, Garen, how does hypnotic pattern work? By seeing that, will they need to?
Nope. Only if another creature, an unaffected creature, tries to use as an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Wow.
Yeah. Or they take damage. They are literally just incapacitated for a minute unless we do something.
And but it's a 3rd level spell, and if they pass, nothing happens. So there's trade-offs.
Right.
So
right. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
We either need to tie them up or kill them right now before they come awake. And possibly chase the girl.
Yeah, and we need to take that man there off that table and bring him with us.
There's a man on the table?
Yeah. She was carving runes into his chest.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't remember that.
Me either.
Yeah,
she
he
was
was
just standing
screaming.
at a table waiting for you. She was doing stuff.
Yeah, she was standing there. She was doing the ritual that turns people into red-skinned demons.
Man,
Yeah.
I gotta learn to pay attention.
Yeah. So
Is he alive?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have
he's
to
just
be
kinda-
alive to become a red-skinned
right.
demon.
That's right.
Yeah, you're not zombies.
Is he cut open at all, or is it just the runes on his chest right now?
Just the runes cut into his chest right now.
So my suggestion is we tie up all these men and then I kill them.
I mean,
What?
do you need to necessarily kill them? We could try and get information out of them first.
Okay.
But remember, they can always be turned back, possibly.
Oh, well, we've yet to establish that.
I mean,
That-
I get that you like, kill nowadays, but throwing it down a notch. Maybe kill, ask a question, and then kill.
Well, we can ask them questions. It would be better to bring them along anyway.
I will just start tying them up.
I'm gonna go look at the guy on the table. How's he doing?
All right.
He's alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's obviously pretty badly beaten. His face is all swollen, like he's taken a beating. Blonde-haired guy, tan skin. He's got the beginning of the runes carved into his chest. It obviously looks familiar to you. You saw it on Kenneth Pine before.
Yeah.
And he just looks up at you and says, he's a human, by the way. I don't think I said that. He says, "Thank you, friend dwarf."
No problem, brother. And I'll administer to him with my healer's kit.
All right.
Yeah.
He says, how have my brothers fared? Anyone else survive?
You're the only survivor of the group that was taken. We saved the rest though.
Oh, you did. Thank you.
Yes. So
Any of my brother, the other soldiers, did any of them survive?
there was a couple back with the main group, but no more here.
At least some survived.
Yes. So what we need to do right now is we need to recover, figure out what we're going to do, and then go from there. Is there anything you need?
I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second.
Where we need to recoup and recover, and then go from
Recover,
there.
I heard that.
And is there anything that he needs?
Okay. No, just some water if you have any.
And I'll hand him my water. Okay, I've got to go take care of something else right now. So you just hold up right here, and somebody will be able to talk to you in a second.
Thank
I'll
you.
help Garen wrap the guys up.
I'm
What are you
also
doing,
assisting.
Sure, what he'll be doing. He's going to be trying to compare the runes on that guy's body to bits in the book, try and see how far the process got.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Really should get skilled at that at some point. That's a critical fail for a 4 in total.
Okay. Well, it looks like the runes carved in his chest probably hurt.
Poke it.
So Lara's gonna go look down the tunnel, just like poke her head around the side to see if she can tell kind of what's going on with that.
Okay, you look down the tunnel. It's cavernous. It's dark. You can't really tell much. It's definitely a long tunnel, and as long as it's been, you're sure that the young girl scribe has got quite a bit of a lead on you. But you can't tell. You can't see too far because it does kind of go down, and so you can see basically down to the bottom of where it curves out and goes straight, and that's it.
Okay, so that's what, maybe 20 feet to the bottom, or just 10?
And
I
it's
can
like a
see.
slope. It's not.
Mhm.
It's like a slope. It's not. It's 20, 35 feet.
Is all the farther I can see.
Right.
Okay. Well, there doesn't seem to be any immediate danger from this tunnel.
Yeah.
But she's probably gotten quite a ways.
Well, as much as I'd like to go after her, I don't think any of us are in shape to do that. So
Perhaps
Indeed.
Perhaps she cannot get out unless she comes this way.
that's a good point. I think we're in as good a place as any, as in there's obviously if there's an exit there, there is, and if there's not, then she'll have to come back.
Alex, does the tunnel look like a fireball would collapse it at all?
No, actually, it doesn't.
I think first things first, though, I think we do need to rest up. Yes?
I'm feeling really good right now, actually.
Yeah, that would be
That-
the weird vines that engulfed your body and then became one with you, I'm assuming.
Oh, is that what you saw?
Yeah.
I met Shamhara. She's real.
Yeah, we need to find somewhere safe, make camp, and we need to talk about things going on, because you've got weird demon eyes and your plants are going into you. We need to have a chat. Even for us, this is strange.
Yeah, how's
Yeah.
Garen feeling about all this? I mean, this is his, what, like, 5th day with these people?
Yeah.
Couple days.
I knew this would be an adventure, but you folks are very, very weird.
Don't.
Well-
The adventure really starts when you've died. That's when the adventure starts.
Well,
So you're not quite there yet.
And I think Garen, to be chosen by the queen to end a unknown evil that has recently come into the world to destroy all of it, you might have to be a little bit special to do that.
oh, there's no denying that, but, I've never seen anything like this, but don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just weird.
Yes, it might be weird, but you've got nothing to fear from us.
I doubt that, but that's okay.
Okay, I guess we find somewhere to rest up. Yeah, somewhere safe.
Perhaps we rest here,
Yes.
You went to watch the tunnel?
keep on watch.
I'll watch the tunnel. I can probably see farther than you anyway.
Okay.
I can.
It's the ego that's all of a sudden appeared, Margaret. That's part of the reason we need to have a chat. You went from no confidence, self-doubting yourself to everyone must die and I'm the best.
I think we've had this discussion, Hibonite. I've found my purpose. I
So-
finally know what I am and what I need to be in my life. I think that would give somebody confidence.
There's a difference between confidence and just turning into a sociopath.
Okay.
I think the more important question,
Or psychopath.
should
one
we
or the other.
see what this girl is doing before we take a nap?
This is Sam speaking right now. I've got 3 hit points.
Remember last time we took a nap?
It's true.
In pursuit?
Okay.
That's why I said find somewhere safe, not just find the first place we can see.
No, it's a good point though.
I'm feeling quite alive right now. But I don't want to go after her by myself.
And knowing
That hammer
knowing
hurt.
Margraine's current state of mind, he would be down to follow also. Sam doesn't want to follow, but Margraine's down. Talk us out of it, Hibonite.
Hibonite's going to leave the place. He's going to go out the way we came because it's not fucking safe. He's just going to leave.
I guess I'll follow Hibonite. What are we gonna do with these guys? We're just gonna let them be tied up?
Let Margaret
leave
have his
me.
way with them.
Are you-
Yeah.
No, of course, you're coming with us, friend. How else are we to protect you if you're not with us?
What? I don't know.
Yeah. Does he look like he's in walking shape?
Yeah, he looks like he might be able to. He needs some assistance, but
Okay. Yeah, I'll help him up. And yeah.
don't forget your horses aren't too far away from you either.
How does a ritual spell work?
Takes 10 times as long to cast, but doesn't use a slot, I believe.
Okay, so I'm going to. So if something's an action, it'll take a minute to cast.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's how it
I'll,
works.
if the guy's not really up to it, I'll cast Tinster's floating disc, and then he can just kind of sit on it, and we can
Drag him
Cool.
along.
drag him along.
Stretcher him out on a floating disc.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that's amazing.
He says, he gets on the disc, says, "Thank you. You're a sorcerer."
I am a wizard.
He just kind of has like a stern face for a second, and then just kind of nods his head, lays his head back.
Like pass out, or
Yeah,
is he
just kind of like
okay. Is that a bad thing here?
No. It's
Probably okay.
yeah, it's not illegal to be a wizard.
Unless you are one, then the church just seems to hate your guts. But you get used to it, because,
That I knew, of course.
yeah.
The
there's
church
there's
doesn't
two of
hate
us,
wizards. We have lots of wizards.
Sorry, I'll rephrase it. The church hates it if you don't obey them and bow down straight away.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mother Caldona was horrible, though.
Almost,
Of course
she
almost
was.
everyone apart from your coach seems horrible so far.
Well,
It's true.
About that guy.
Elaine is the best of men.
Yeah,
So-
he was
Did we
really
decide-
nice.
Did we decide how we're dealing with these 3 guys before we leave this place?
I can drag him
I can help, I guess, if that's what we're doing.
Where
if
you
we want to
dragging
bring
him?
him somewhere.
Just
I
out.
don't, I don't know where we're putting him.
If I'm honest, and we're going to stick around here, perhaps put them out of their misery. so they cannot attack us and break free and attack us.
We could
Well,
bring
can
their-
they talk
We could.
to us in
could-
their current state?
It says they're incapacitated. I don't know how much that.
I mean, we could break their arms and legs, and then they're not a threat to us, and we can still get information from them.
That sounds worse than death.
I mean, they are red demons, so
Well, you were the
I'm not
one
getting-
arguing Hibonite for keeping them.
Yeah.
get information before you butcher them. Just this way, they're not a threat.
Okay, ask your questions.
No idea what information we want that they'd probably be able to give us.
If
Never
they
said I have
were
all
I
the
cannot
plans.
facepalm any harder.
Okay, I think I've got a nice middle ground. You know, I'm trained on diplomacy, obviously, as a paladin of Saint Eligius. How about I kill 2 of them and you get to keep 1?
How about compromise? There's probably one question at the minute I really have, which is about these 5 locks and how they're finding them. If you can get them to answer that truthfully, you can just kill all of them. Just want the answer to one question.
Okay.
The only problem, as I
Put my hand up
understand
for a
it,
handshake.
is if these were normal people, how much can they possibly know
I mean, they may have a goodie bag inside their ribcage as well.
about that? I guess that's one of the things we need to talk about.
Yeah, there's a
the
list, isn't there?
Yeah.
None of us are really mentally sane at all.
No,
at this
I agree.
point.
We should have a talk. I think Garen, you need to be brought up to speed.
Indeed.
How about we lock all these men in the other room?
I mean,
Oh,
ideally,
sure.
I don't really want to stay in this place in case that girl comes back with a few more of her friends while we're asleep.
Well, we will keep a watch, of course.
I think we keep a watch outside. Yeah, we're gonna be going back down when we're good anyway. Yeah.
Indeed.
But don't we want to get this very heavily injured man back to the rest of the people
The
first?
group.
How far away was that we
They were all
traveled
heading
get
to
the
that
barrel?
town.
Yeah, they were all heading to Wrighton, was the name of the town.
Right.
Right.
That's why that was in my notes.
Yeah, they were all heading there. So
Normir soldiers.
And you would guess... Well, I don't know how any of you would have a frame of reference for that, so...
hey,
Nope.
man on disc, how far away is Wrighton from here?
You could ask his name.
Yeah. Well,
What is your name, sir?
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Kel.
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 It's good to
Fantastic
meet you,
to meet.
Kel.
You too. Thank you.
So we're heading outside, right? Like,
Yeah. Let's head
I-
outside, at least a little bit.
with our 3 captives.
I would take the 3 captives. Let's not just kill them outright. This is Sam speaking, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wrighton it'd be about a day's travel.
Okay, so that's out of the question.
Right.
Uh,
Sounds like we all need a good long rest.
yes, a
At this
good, a
point.
good sleep.
You are a paladin. Can you not heal him?
Fresh out.
Wonderful.
I do have healing potions. I did use my healer's kit on him, so he can have 1d6 plus whatever his level is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Plus his level?
yeah.
That's weird, but okay. That's nice.
I could maybe try something. I'm gonna reach out and lay my hand on his forehead and cure wounds for 9 points.
Nice.
All right.
There we go.
There you
Huh.
go.
I did not know you could do that. That you just punch stuff.
Well, so just you saw just a few minutes ago. I really okay. So backing up, story time. I am from out west, and in my home forest, there is this group of druids that have a tree, and in the tree there is a heart, like an actual mammal type heart. Like if you've ever taken apart a goat or a sheep or something, like that heart that's inside there, and it was actually beating. And so just now I heard that. I heard that beating. And then I was in a grove and she was there, Shamhara. And I don't know what exactly happened, but I'm part of her now. She's part of me. I'm not really sure how that works, but all of a sudden I feel like I can do things, you know? And yeah, so I guess I can do that thing now.
Well, I guess that's not so crazy for this group.
Yeah, that sounds actually rather reasonable.
Does it?
Yeah, it's very believable, you know.
I mean, I will accept it, but it doesn't seem reasonable at all, if I'm honest.
It's true. I guess coming from your point of view, have you ever spoken to a god, Garen?
No.
Yeah.
You cannot speak to what does not exist.
Oh,
I
honey.
see. That's an interesting stance to take.
You're going to fit in perfectly.
Just met.
Seems it's coming from a guy who thinks he is a god. So
Well, okay. So here's just to put into a little bit of context then. Both Hibonite and I and our previous, companion Magnar, all at one point or another had an awakening where our respective, we'll say higher powers then, things that we believe in, spoke to us and granted us, boons and ability. In one night, I forged an entire suit of armor with Saint Eligius.
my heart was eaten out by a dragon made of fire and then replaced with fire.
Yeah,
I flex my wrist and flex the power of it.
Yep, and you've met Magnar. That cloak he wears was the skin of his god, Ulfr, which he ripped off his own body and gave to him as a cloak.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
in context, at least, her going unconscious and meeting a supposed god or deity of higher power seems reasonable.
In context, yes, you are correct.
Yeah. So just, she hasn't experienced this before, really, and you just hang around long enough, and maybe you'll believe us in time.
Well, I believe you, but okay, it's a bit much to take in. Let me say that.
Yes, it's a lot to take in.
I don't quite understand it myself, so, but I feel really good. Like, I can definitely take watch.
Okay.
Perfect.
That would be best. I am exhausted.
Cal says, I think I'll be heading out to Wrighton. You can see on his face, he looks terrified.
Cal, if you could do a thing, if you could do a thing for me, we are emissaries of the Queen. We've been sent out on royal business. As you can see, I am a paladin of Saint Eligius, so that is also my quarry. And you can have my horse to return to your town, and just make sure that you tell. I can't even remember any of the names of.
Were
any
there
of the
other
people we
horses
talked
tied
to.
up outside, Alex?
All your horses were there, but no, there were 2 horses that were carrying the carriage.
Oh, there you go.
They're still on the carriage. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, he can have one of those. Can take your horse and head off to Wrighton, and just make sure that you tell them that we're still trying to see what happened here.
Thank you. Thank you. And Garen, give me a history check.
Okay. Story.
And just for my clarity of
12.
mind, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
these people, they're kind of their lord or whatever, their duke. This is the
Normir?
one I was asked to keep an eye out for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that they're shady and that they're probably helping the Red Hand.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's Garen. That's what I was going to have you roll to with 12. You'd remember that Normir is one of the dukes who seems to be following the Red Hand at this point, and this guy's a soldier. And from what you would know, is just a agent of the Queen. Margraine saying that they're a queen, that you guys are here on a mission from the Queen. The fact that he is obviously a paladin, and you guys are openly doing sorcery may be a problem for you.
Yeah. So, I'm going all in because that was what I was going for in the first place. I want them to see me coming. Yes, and maybe as you ride back, you think about who Theos actually favors.
I will do that. Thank you. And then he kicks the horse as quickly as he can. It's obviously just getting out of there,
Yeah, real
trying
scary.
to gallop on this horse that's obviously not really built for that.
Okay.
Well, Garen was scared.
I'll turn to the others. And I'll go. We
I gotta do something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights in front of the horse as it's running away and try to
Oh.
spook it. Try to get him to throw the soldier.
Okay, give me Because dancing lights just happens, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so it's not like a
Right.
save needed or anything.
All right. What's the intelligence of a horse here? Or I guess maybe the wisdom.
2.
Have you met a horse, Alex?
That's true.
No, they're dumb. I'm just trying to like.
A loud noise can make an untrained horse knock off its rider.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is you've got an 80% success chance here of that happening.
Okay. So it has to be
of it
below
throwing
80,
it.
or
What's that?
it has to be below 80. That's what you're saying?
Would you want high or low? Do you want it to be 21 and above, or do you want it to be 80 and below?
I'm gonna say 80 and below.
All right, that's an 89.
Oh,
You cast the spell. The horse kind of whinnies. He's able to recover and keeps going.
Well, damn.
What? Wait, can I do a perception to see if I noticed that?
I thought it'd be covered up. I'm not trying to be subtle here.
He's
Oh,
openly
okay.
doing it, so you would have just seen
Garen, what
Yeah.
was that for?
What?
Now that I think about it, it's probably best he does not go and explain what happened here.
Why?
Also, we
Yeah,
don't
why?
100% know that that guy was genuine, like volunteered, like the weirdo we met before.
Yes.
So he may just run back to the bad guy.
Do you know about this Hibonite?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
The red hand thing or the
I didn't tell Hibonite.
No, the half demon guy we found in the forest now.
one
this
that
one.
wanted to be
Oh,
changed
okay.
over?
Kenneth Pine.
Kenneth Pine. I thought you were talking
Um,
about the Duke. Okay.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I think you're the
Oh,
only
I
one
would,
who
though.
doesn't know about that. Yeah, Zalara
I
knows about
listened.
it. She
Oh,
heard the
yeah.
whole conversation.
So, remembering that now, would
I don't know that Zalara knows that. Oh,
Right.
the webs we weave. And I'll turn around. I'll be like, Garen, what was that for?
So I'm actually trying to figure out how to stop this guy, and I still got some spells.
How far away is he, Alex?
Let's see. He'd be about 60 feet out.
I mean, if we
I'm
need
on
to
the
keep
same
him, I could
wavelength.
help with that.
That
Yeah.
would be best.
I will bonus action some sorcery point if Kim's does so.
I can,
So we're going to bonus action.
up to 90 feet away, I can cast Entangle and stop the horse, if you really want me to. I feel like I could maybe make some vines happen.
That's new.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do.
I was just going to firebolt in front of him, scare the shit out of the horse.
Okay, so what is your DC spell save DC?
There is a strength saving throw.
Right.
Or,
I'm saying, what is the DC?
I don't know. I have one of those now. 15.
Okay. So
You're wise as hell.
It's amazing how when you combine two things that both use the same major stat, how well it works.
That's
Well,
true.
Margaret did the same too.
Yeah,
It's
but I
charisma.
need strength and stuff and con.
Oh, that's true.
All right, so I got a 7. So, yeah, the vines come up and the creature is restrained. And
Does the rider just continue at the same momentum and fly off the front?
let's see if
Because
he's
that guy's
able.
going to be pretty low on health, so it could actually kill him. I know you healed him, didn't you? So
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard you.
give me a second. I'll just bust out an old soldier here. Let's see if he's going to be able to.
We are the worst heroes, man.
yeah.
No one really said we're heroes.
I'd like to be on the record. I let him go.
Okay, so he's able to keep himself on the horse though, and he just sits there. Kel looks around and he jumps off the horse as quickly as he can and just starts running.
All right, I'm casting Zephyr Strike at level 2, just so I can move very, very quickly. And I'm going to... Wait, can I do that? Yep, I'm going to get up to him. So he's 60 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Or is he more now?
No, he'd still be 60 feet away.
Okay, so actually, yeah, I don't have to run. All right, I'm going to get up to him, and I'm going to use my whip to try to, like, wrap his feet and stop him from... Or maybe trip him up type thing.
Interesting. Okay, give me
Attack.
an attack.
Okay. 24.
All right. Since you're just trying to trip him up, it's gonna
Like, I mean, like, not trip him, but, like, get the whip around his feet. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's more of like an attack versus like a dex check as opposed to an attack. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Unless the whips have some
Well,
special property to them.
So if it's like, okay, yeah.
because I mean you're not trying to hit him, which is what you're. Okay, so
Okay.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 15, so you're able to do that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then,
So he comes down to the ground.
all right, I'll jump on top of him and kind of hog tie him with my whip.
What the hell is going on here?
I need a minute to think, but I need him to not go anywhere. So
What do you need to think about?
Why are you doing this? Leave me alone, please. Please.
Yeah,
I'm
why
sorry,
are you
my
doing
friend.
Leave me
this?
alone. Why are you doing this?
and then I'm going to gag him so I don't have to hear him and feel bad about what I'm doing.
All right, you gag him and you just hear him go.
I'm gonna
Tears just
make
coming
my
down
way
his face.
over to Garen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you realize what's going on. This poor guy thought he was killed, thought he was saved, and the people who were supposed to save him seemed to be like these people who were communing with, as he would see it, demons, and then they let him go, and then immediately the grass came up and attacked him, proving they're demonic.
Yeah.
And now these people who are supposed to be saviors are hog-tying and gagging him, and he's just
What
crying,
are
his
we
face all red.
What are you doing, Garen?
If he gets back to Norimir, who is Red Hand, and tells what's goes on,
How do you
at
know
least
that?
myself, I do know that, right?
Yeah.
That's what I rolled the history check for.
Yeah, but Margaret
So-
doesn't know you know that.
Yeah. Why would I not know that? I work for the Queen.
Well, it's not usually of kind of open. I don't know when a duke joins a crazy sect. Not everybody knows about it. I didn't know about it until recently.
Do you work for the Queen?
Yes.
Did you work for the Queen?
Well, I work for her now, I guess.
Exactly.
She didn't
has
tell me,
spies
though.
Everywhere.
I see.
Let's get him back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Start pulling him back, and he's just like,
I am sorry, my friend.
I'll
but
pat his head. It's okay. We're not going to hurt you. He just needs to explain, and then we'll be on our way.
It's a really weird day, guys.
This is a really weird day.
Normally, I'm the strange one.
Yeah, things are getting real weird, Hibonite.
What? Okay, so why did I entangle the horse? Like, what?
How did you entangle a horse?
Fair question. Well, you said you saw vines go into me, so maybe I'm controlling them now, I guess? That's new.
Okay. Let's get a fire going. We'll sit down. We'll all have a chat.
That sounds
and
good.
and we'll figure out what the hell is going on here. Okay. Margarine will start a fire with something. I don't know.
Produce flames.
Okay.
all right, so you start a fire. There's the four of you, and then there's four people you have tied up around the fire with you.
Yep.
Murad Hall soldiers are all sitting there stoically. Zell sits there tired.
I think it's Kel.
Kel. Did I say Zell? Yeah, Kel will sit there quiet for a little bit, and then every once in a while he just struggles, realizes his horrible situation, and that he's probably going to die, and just breaks down, just weeping.
Okay. I have manacles in my bag. Can I manacle Kel to something? Because I do not want him getting out and getting away and me having to kill him. I don't
The only
care about
thing-
the other one.
The only thing you could think about doing it to is maybe to, you've got that carriage over there too. Remember, that's got like a big cage on the back.
There we go.
Throw him
I
in the
will
cage?
put
How
them,
about that?
Yeah, all in the cage and manacle him to the cage so he can't get away.
So you throwing everyone in the cage or just him?
No, he'll be
him?
on the outside of the cage. They'll be on the inside of the cage.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
But
still
Matt-
tied up, though.
Yes.
It's like manacle one
And in the
wrist,
cage.
then through the cages to one of his ankles to make it really awkward to get away.
No, I'm just gonna be reasonable and just manacle one wrist to like the wagon wheel.
Maybe both hands through the wagon wheel,
Okay, both hands through the wagon wheel.
so one hand is not free.
Okay, and then I'll leave him be, the poor man.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Like I said, we're not necessarily heroes.
I'm pretty sure we're just not heroes at this point anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever were actually heroes. We've done more damage than we have good.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
just the
We're
protagonist.
just chaos.
Yes.
Chaos
I
in
am
general.
sorry, my friends. Sometimes I act before I think.
Don't worry, that's the rest of us, so it's fine.
Yeah, like we all do that, but why specifically are we keeping him? What will he do?
Well, He could be someone who volunteered for it, realised that he's not going through with it because we're here. And when she ran away, he decided he'll try and be friendly, get away, and then get back to her so he can get turned into a demon. After all, that guy we found before wanted to be a demon.
That's
no,
true.
Let's go with
that's not what Garen's concerned about. Garen's
That was my
concerned
concern.
that their red hand and him going back will alert everybody.
Oh,
Oh, we should probably
right.
just murder him now then, because Red Hand are just worse.
He's
Fair.
not red hand.
Oh,
He
well,
might not be
how
Red
do you
Hand,
know?
but the people he works for are. And if he tells his superiors, then the Red Hand will know that we are on our way.
Yes.
Despite
Well-
the fact that we saved the other group. So this might be moot.
Yes.
Like I said, I did not think it through.
And all of them
I mean-
will be able to know how powerful we are. We took down a wyvern, and we destroyed an entire encampment of men to save this one poor man. They'll be able to see how powerful we are, and maybe they'll think twice about it by the time we get there.
Or double their forces.
yeah, that's what I would do.
All men can change.
You say
Well,
that.
You have proven that a bit recently, where you've gone from not killing and being really down all the time to murder everything. I'm super confident.
They were not going to be able to change by me talking to them. These
Look,
might.
We've had that conversation before, and I agree. Killing them, not necessarily the worst thing. Just your enthusiasm seems to be extremely high.
Enthusiasm? I take no pleasure in killing those men.
You seem pretty excited about fighting and killing.
And then there was that thing with the owlbears. Like, you don't usually, like, fall to the floor with a look of ecstasy on your face.
And this is before we even mentioned the glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
And your hammer just changing overnight and becoming slightly golden.
Yeah.
A sudden beard, sudden growth. These aren't normal things.
So yes, these aren't normal things, but I think, as we explained to Garen here, they're normal in context. I went to bed one night and woke up with a full suit of armor. A hammer is what's concerning you?
So you went to...
Okay, so the armor is explainable because you had a thing with your god. So
Yes.
tell us what gave you these other abilities.
I had a thing with my god.
You went into more detail last time, and I'm not just going to take everything in stride, okay? This is really strange behavior, even for you.
Okay.
So,
I'm a paladin of Saint Eligius. With Saint Eligius, we not only forge the best of armor and weapons and equipment, but we forge the best of men. We change people. And, everybody needs to be changed at some point to become better. And this is that. Eligius has given me the ability to reforge myself into a better person.
so this came directly from your Saint Eligius.
Yes, this is directly related to Eligius.
You're using wording right there. That's just from Ryan. I know you're using wording. I want to insight check him just because, god damn it.
You do it. Contested persuasion versus
Natural
insight.
20. 25.
Can you even beat that?
Persuasion?
Yeah,
Persuasion is
Sam
one of
probably-
my good
Sam-
ones. I can
So
out
Sam can
persuade
probably
him.
equal or beat that.
26.
Oh, you
Oh, wow.
motherfucker.
20.
Mother.
Those are two nat 20s for you folks at home.
Yeah.
One in it.
So.
Oh, my insight of 21 is not going to help.
All right, so
I have a -1 on insight, so.
You convinced me for now.
yeah,
Hibonite.
you guys are both just like, yeah, he just seems to be telling the truth, but man, you
Can I
don't-
see
Just
he's
seems
looking at me
shady as
weird?
fuck.
Like
What's
that
that?
he doesn't believe me? Do you look like you don't believe me, Ryan?
they're
Yeah, I look
they're
like-
openly talking like they don't believe you, man.
So, but Hibonite, I am telling you the truth. I am becoming better.
I'm gonna sorcery point subtle spell to Zalara message. I don't believe it. A piece that he's saying, but I don't have any evidence to go on. But this just seems too damn weird, and he's speaking stranger even for him.
I don't know any paladins that suddenly have growth spurts and get weird glowy eyes. And I don't know a whole
do
lot
more-
of
I can't-
paladins,
yeah.
but that just seems not right.
Yeah, I can only do one message back and forth because that's a subtle spell one.
Okay.
So, despite the problems I probably caused,
Uh-huh.
I do think we have one very large concern that we may have forgotten about.
Uh-huh.
We all need to rest up,
Yes?
because if there is another lock in that area,
that girl can be unlocking it as we speak.
Yes.
So, forgetting about Norimir and your weird god stuff, perhaps rest up and then go kill the little girl.
Yes, I agree.
So nonchalant, just go kill the girl.
Well, this one can't be reforged through words.
I thought all men can be reforged.
And once again, on child death, we will call this episode. Thanks for listening to episode 54 of Beholder's Eye, A Really Weird Day. I love this episode. Since Margraine's leaving, I think this is the first episode where we really see the group start to act, I guess, really like a different group, and it's really fun to see. Zalara's made a big change. Margraine is really gone cuckoo bananas. Garen, we're learning about, but he seems pretty cold-blooded. And Hibonite, strangely enough, has somehow become the moral center. So, looking back at like episodes 3, 10, around that area, who would have thought that? If you enjoy what we do, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. And in fact, please do that for all podcasts you enjoy, even if you're against Apple because whatever reason. I seriously don't understand the PC Mac debate thing, but I also don't get Pepsi versus Coke either. It's all fine. But anyway, sign up for Apple Podcasts, leave a review. It's really the most important way you can help out Beholder's Eye, as well as any other podcast you love. So please do that today. Speaking of 5-star reviews, we have one from Dio Arxio Rio. I've got my eyes on this one. All 72 of them. A cast and story well worth a listen. 5 stars. Thanks, Dioxio Rio. Kim is still on her personal quest to be omnipresent in the TTRPG podcasting world and is doing a one-shot with her friends over there at Party Advantage. Check out the Aries one-shot, which dropped yesterday on Easter. So do what Christ would do and listen to Kim on the Party Advantage Aries one-shot. Speaking of other podcasts, be sure to check out our buddies over at Mystery Fantasy Dungeon 9K.
Mystery Fantasy Dungeon 9000 is a 25-year-old living and growing world. Now, 2 years as a podcast. We use rules from all editions of D&D and some from other D20 systems. Join as 2 groups brave this old world in which years of previous adventures have plundered and enjoyed locking away powerful evils. And now, after 4 ages, those very evils are breaking free. How will the current groups deal with this plight? Will they be able to deal with the things they've unleashed? Hunt us down monthly, wherever you can summon a podcast.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at BeholdersEyePod and our website, BeholdersEyecast.com. You can follow Ryan, who plays Hibonite, at DuffDuff3rd, Ben, who plays Garen, at Miro4D2, Kim, who plays Zalara, at Metzgirl, and Sam, who plays Margraine, at Samsalot007. Thanks, and we'll see you next week. Editing performed by Sam Canary. Music and effects editing by Benjamin Crash Floyd. All music by INCOMPETECH. The Chamber, Dragon and Toast, Magic Forest, Morgana Rides, Long Note 4, Awkward Meeting, Curse of the Scarab, and A Journey Begins, all by Kevin MacLeod, INCOMPETECH.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 licenses. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/. All sound effects by Zapsplat.com.